Hey everybody, in this video, we're bringing you part 2 of our RV project rebuild. As you can tell from the last video, if you watched the last video, if you're new here, this thing is actually going to need a lot of work to actually get it into working, moving condition. For one, we don't know whether the motor actually runs or not. Now, in the last video, I mentioned that we was going to actually start the RV in the second video. But that's not going to be the case. We're actually going to end up having to clean up the area inside before we can even get to the cab. I mean, as you can see, we walked through all the cab and had to step over a bunch of stuff. Well, in this video, we're going to be cleaning up all of that stuff to where we don't trip and fall, having to walk back and forth, making sure our battery is connected real good, and trying to figure out whether it's actually getting fuel or not. So we're going to work on cleaning it some today and put some tarps on top of it, just to make sure that it's not getting any more rain inside of it. We'd like to try to keep that outside if we could. So we're going to put a couple tarps that we had laying around. We're going to put them on top of it, tie them down, and hopefully keep the weather out. Now, I've had people mention to me about putting my Cash App or PayPal on the video to see if anybody would like to donate towards this project. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down in the description. Anything that you can send towards it, just say, hey, this is RV project money, use it towards that, and we'll use it towards putting whatever on the RV that we're going to do. And we'll really appreciate it. Now, after the third video, we could probably get it started in the third video, just spraying gas inside the carburetor, but we're not really sure whether it's going to run on its own or not. Now, this thing is set for 10 years, so the chances of it running on its own are probably slim to none. I mean, it's set over here. People's probably drained the gas out of it. I mean, it's untelling what has actually been done. I mean, as you can tell from the last video, if you watched it, the windows, they've kicked the windows in, busted the doors in, so on and so forth. They've made a mess out of it. The tires are actually coming off of the rim, so we've got a lot of work, got a lot of money probably to put into it, or to have to put into it. So that's where we're at. We're going to turn this around and get to work on our RV. Now, like I said, there's a bunch of garbage in here, so we're going to prop this thing up and get to work on taking all of this stuff out of here. And now's the time. If you want to guess how many trash bags we get out of here, leave us some comments down below before you make it to the end, of course, and let us know how many you think we'll actually get out of here. As you can tell here, all of this stuff's going. That's just going to be preparing yins, so yins will know about how much we're working with. All the way back through there, all of that's going. So, comment. I thought I had it videoing this whole time, but apparently I didn't. But I've only made it about halfway down the hallway, and already on, I think, bag 4. Let's look out here, see. 1, 2, 3, 4, bag 4. So, we still got some more to go. Do you all know what the point in having cleaner is if you ain't gonna keep the place clean? And it's burning up in here. We still got a few other things that I didn't see. There's one up here. Pots and pans up there. Another lamp. Gonna get those out. Still throw those away. But we found some worse stuff back here in the back than what it actually looked. So we're gonna take you back here, show you that, and let me know what you think about it. See if it's fixable. I mean, I'm sure that it is fixable. Just how much money is it going to cost to actually fix it? So we'll turn this around, show you a little bit more around since it's cleaned. And right here's one water damage. Like I said, we're going to try to take and put tarps up on top here in a minute. But we're going to turn this around real quick. Got a broom. I don't know why, because they didn't know how to use it, apparently. Let's get this out of the way here. Show you the sink area. These things here have flake boarded away, as you can tell. If you wanted to use something like that, you could probably remake something to actually look nicer in that area. As for right now, it's going to stay the way that it is until we figure out whether this thing actually runs or not. Cabinets, they can all be painted. Everything looks like it's stuck in the 80s, where this thing has actually been from. So as you can tell, this thing is old, can be painted, I guess. Ew. Who knows whether that thing actually even works or not, but anyways, I'm back through here. Got these little dividers. You could probably redo those too with some kind of different fabric or something to make it match everything else. This is where there was a bunch of stuff piled up in here. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted by a storage thing, I'm gonna try to get this flashlight on. There's a breaker box in this little fancy looking closet here. Pretty good sized closet. Oh, hello. Saw ya. I saw ya, buddy. You open this up. As I showed you before, here's the shower. And on the other side is the bathroom. Threw a bunch of cleaning supplies that was in here. Didn't look like they was using it. Stuff needs cleaned up. Flooring needs redone. Carpet torn up, mainly. But this is where I've run into the ugly, nasty truth about it. As you can tell here, there's some water damage up there. There's a guy mowing next door, so you're gonna hear his mower here in a minute. But this back here may be from that broken window. May end up having to pull all of this out and redoing all of it, just to bring it up to date and fix it up a little bit. But you can buy these pieces of paneling or whatever fairly cheap, so I'm not really that worried about it. But we're gonna have to get the leak fixed as soon as possible, so we ain't ruining the rest of it. So that's what we're dealing with here. Water, water, water. And then up near the front is water. Got the floor cleaned though today, so that's a plus. I'm actually going to attempt to sweep from the back to the front. As you can tell here in this little spot, it actually looks like it helped a little bit, so I'm going to attempt to do that. See if we can get anything done here. Get some of that nasty hair out of here till we can get a vacuum cleaner in here. more than likely this carpet is going to come up eventually. So it's just a waiting game, basically, as to when I get money to do it. We still need to see if it's going to run first, though. So now that we can get a little better look, actually these are probably going to be thrown away also, but for right now these are going to stay. This is the cab where you're going to be running this operation from. As you can tell, the seat's torn up. Most of this stuff is probably going to be redone because I'm not a big fan of blue. I mean, I like blue, but it's old school blue. It ain't gonna do it. But as you can tell, other than having to have some kind of vacuum cleaner or something come down through here, we've got it all pretty straightened up. Found a picture of Papa over here, and maybe his brothers and sisters. I know this one's his sister. I'm gonna guess these others may be his brothers and sisters, but honestly, I don't think I've ever met those other two, other than Lula. And there's Papa in the DeWalt shirt. My phone ran out of storage on it again. Wasn't able to show you. All I done was put tarps on the top just to block it. I did notice that the back window, instead of what I thought was a double pane window, window on the inside, and then that outside busted piece, that is all just one piece, and that is what has leaked down onto the inside, and what I was seeing was a piece of plastic. But anyways, all that stuff is probably more than likely going to be tore out and disposed of. But that's going to do it for part 2 of this series. Basically, we got it cleaned up as good as we could today. Got a bunch of trash out of it, and maybe in the next video we're going to try to start it. I did crawl up under it, and I don't think there's any gas in it, but we're going to put some gas in it and see if that thing will fire up. If you enjoy this content, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.